This is that arrogance, or not arrogance, what's annoyance or whatever the fuck. Hey, it's Ike. What's up? What's he doing here? Why isn't he at WMNet? You excited, Steve?
Maybe. I'll say the music's fun. I like the music. I'll do that.
What are your fucks doing?
I don't know if I'm
gearing up, rebuilding, and making a good team next year.
It's okay.
For sure. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. We got the music.
At least someone defeated the Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm.
Good morning and welcome to your favorite variety news show, giving you the latest, in our opinion, the greatest news for your ears. I'm Vince Vibes, now your host of Football Focus, and now your favorite fan of your 2025 NFL Super Bowl champions of the world, Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds, baby! And because of that, my head is bald.
Quite literally.
What's that famous like wrestling announcer? He's just like, let's get ready to rumble. That's what you were gearing up towards.
I was about to say, preach, brother. At that point.
But introduce yourselves before we get into it. My bad.
This is Justin with Drama Digest.
This is Anthony. I'm just here. Hi.
Acknowledge it.
No, don't say that, Anthony. You are showbiz spotlight.
We're gonna make
I am showbiz
segment
spotlight
today.
You are going to have a segment today.
Steven as the game guru and heck of an energy I seen for a NFL fan, and I'll give that respect.
Not just any NFL fan, you know, this is a fan of your 2025 Super Bowl champions of the world. Your Philadelphia Eagles.
I hope all of that is blown out.
And this week on Football Focus, we're just gonna be talking about the Eagles, baby. Redemption. We're gonna talk about the season, how it went down, the game itself, the dominant, old-fashioned butt whooping.
Don't spoil it all in the opening.
Huh?
Don't spoil it all in the opening.
That sizzle.
I'm just letting them know.
It's supposed to be a tease.
I'm just letting them know. I'm just letting them know what's going down at Football Focus. What's going down at Drama Digest?
You know, ironically enough, I've got a lot of bird news today too, but it's entirely different. And I am going to tease it a little bit just with that, but it'll be good. It's a return to form for Drama Digest, and I'm pretty excited.
There you go. Game Guru.
We got at least, I put one game at least that I feel like a lot of people should be interested in getting, and it's going to be interesting.
There you go. One game that we should be getting. What a great thing.
I can only afford one game.
Yeah,
these days, holy.
In this economy, can you even afford one full price game? Like, when do you have $70 to put down on a game? That's without any of the DLCs, by the way.
Which are essential.
Which you have to get. All right, what about you, Anthony?
What am I talking about? Oh, Captain America Brave New World comes out tomorrow.
It does come out tomorrow.
And some AI news I read on the way here.
Oh.
I love AI.
Well, a lot of AI commercials in the Super Bowl. I feel like we can talk about that. How did y'all feel about, the commercials in the halftime show?
Isn't that not a Football Focus question?
No, I feel like this is an introductory question. Football, we want to focus on the ball,
I think there were two clear winners. Number one, as far as entertainment factor, was the Seal commercial.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Seal commercial.
I've been wanting to see Seal as a Seal my whole life.
But it's not AI though.
Well, that was art. I don't care.
Seal as a seal was art.
And then we had my girl Aubrey Plaza. Shout out to her. Doing a commercial for something, and I really loved that one.
I'm gonna be honest.
Whatever she's selling, I'm buying.
I know that's right.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really acknowledge the freaking commercials. I just wanted to see the game. Like, please play the game. I want to see the conclusion.
Look at this guy.
These commercials
You can't just
sucked.
enjoy the entire thing. I agree as an Eagles fan. I just want to see the game, but you gotta enjoy at least the atmosphere and the stuff around the game too.
That's why the halftime show exists. It gives that energy.
It does give that energy.
Anthony, I know you and I didn't get to see the halftime show.
No, but I've seen like clips of it. I saw what's her name,
know.
Serena Williams trip walking.
So,
I saw that.
for any of y'all who don't know, the weekly Roundup crew went and watched the game together at Sterling's Cigar Lounge right here at beautiful 7th Avenue, right on the rooftop, and to watch our, me and Anthony's Eagles win.
Woo!
And, you know, it was a great game, but, you know, during the halftime show, y'all went off and got pizza and left me there.
I was very hungry.
Listen, we were hungry.
Listen.
I didn't want to miss any
missed-
moment of the action, and I was like, I have to do it during the
true.
halftime show.
That's true, but and Kendrick put down a great performance. He did. But, you know, we're going to talk a lot more about everything about the Super Bowl, the Eagles season, and more. But, you know, talking about Seal, you know, and talking about the Eagles, you know, I'm flying like an eagle today. And here's
show.
Fly Like an Eagle by Seal. And we're back with Football Focus. And didn't that make you want to fly like an eagle? Just like your what? What? Say it with me. Your 2025 the Super Bowl champion of the world.
I'm not that excited.
Alright, sorry. I kind of blew out the mic there. That's on me.
There you go.
But to go into that, what a great way to go into that. So we're all sitting together at Sterling's, you know, all gathered around to watch this beautiful game.
You were there in spirit, Steven.
You were there in spirit, Steven.
I wanted to like a freaking not whooped anyway.
Oh,
verbally.
okay.
Okay. That's fine.
That's
We need that whip sound effect.
Grown man getting whooped.
You know who wasn't verbally whooped?
Hey, when you're with a Hispanic family, anything goes down on accident.
I thought you were talking about Patrick Mahomes.
That's what I was trying to get to.
that was what I
You know
was
who
trying to
also
get
got
to.
whooped?
Oh no, for him it would
Come
be an
on.
insult better than whoop.
Never mind. I queued up
we
twice. I
can't.
hated
We
it.
cannot say this on air, but
Oh.
he did get. You know, it was a good old fashioned butt whooping.
Just say
and
boomstick to that one.
There you go.
Boomstick.
Belt to posterior. There.
Yeah.
Belt the posterior. The fancy word.
Well, you know, if you're listening to us on hotradio.primo stream. I think that's a good segue into that.
Yeah.
And a segue into the actual game now. Mahomes lost terribly. That is very true.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just Mahomes. It was the entire Chiefs team.
Yeah, the entire organization
The defense,
in
Travis Kelce. The only guy that showed up there was Xavier Worthy at the end, where he had those garbage time touchdowns.
Garbage time.
Well, it was garbage because it was like what 1 minute and something seconds.
I
of
won
the
a
game?
parlay that night.
Yes, sir.
$50 in the
Now,
pocket.
The one that you called out on the show, was that the winner?
Was not the winner. It's
Okay.
not the one I called out on the show. Devonta Smith was one catch away. And there was no Dallas Goedert touchdown.
Yeah, he got some passes.
He got a lot of passes.
He thought maybe, but
I thought one of those he could have stiff armed his way into the end zone again because of the matchup, but it didn't happen. But Jake Elliott made his field goals. Xavier Worthy got his yards. Patrick Mahomes got his yards.
Yeah.
So everything is right in the world from my pocket, and but I know Dustin's a little salty about the whole night.
I mean, just a little bit. I'm over it now, but I was a little bit upset because I thought I made some pretty good bets, and I mean, I honestly favored the Eagles doing well. I don't understand how they scored that many points, and Saquon only got like 50-something yards.
Well,
Yeah,
remember
well,
they were concentrating on Saquon more because he's the runner of that.
I would have never thought that Saquon would have gotten the projected 120 yards that he was projected to get,
Yeah.
on the simple reason that the Chiefs' defense was pretty much tailored to Saquon the entire game.
Oh yeah, they were
Tailored to the run.
they forgot about everyone else.
everyone-
They
They
forgot about
honed in on
the pass,
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
And the pass is what shined. Jalen Hurts, as a passer, some would say was Anthony if you're walking the streets of 7th Avenue.
Yeah. That was me. I was in New Orleans.
Yeah, it was huge.
In Disney World.
But no, Jalen Hurts is your Super Bowl MVP. The passing game shined through, and I mean, like let's be for real. The Chiefs team just forgot to show up.
Yeah.
They showed up, just barely throughout the entire season, barely winning almost every game they played by one score. And eventually it was going to catch up to them, and it caught up to them on the biggest stage of them all, which can't be the same said for our Philadelphia Eagles. If you remember, our Eagles were 2-2 to start the season. Kind of rough. We just lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is like y'all's Super Bowl at this point. Y'all can at least say you beat your 2025 Super Bowl champions in week 4.
We have to be insufferable next year when we win.
Y'all can have the opportunity for next year, but I'm gonna be the one that's insufferable right now.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, I know that's fair, Steve.
Are you ever gonna talk about the score that we keep kind of skirting around?
Well, I was getting into it. All right, I was kind of telling about. I was getting into it. Goodness gracious!
Oh, you don't have it up, dude.
I do not have it up. You have to use your phone for the music. But 40-22. But hey, don't cut me off during my story. So the Eagles went 2-2. They just lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Nick Sirianni shaved his head. He went completely Baldiani, and we came back from the Week 5 bye, and on Week 6 we started winning, and we never looked back. My bad.
Very good.
We went 16-1 in that stretch. Only losing one game with Jalen Hurts not in, so Jalen Hurts is undefeated this season if we want to be for real. And won the Super Bowl, and now we're here. 40-22 is your final score. Jalen Hurts threw for 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 really bad interception that I was like, oh my goodness. Really
It's over.
me. Yeah, you know the Philly instinct to say it's over 30 minutes after you said we're winning.
Yeah. Being a Philly sports fan is not good for the heart.
It's not good for the heart. You become very invested in your team. And with that, Jalen Hurts also led the rushing attack with 72 yards and a touchdown. So in total, the man had...
He's the one who took all the Barkley yards that we needed.
He got more yards than Saquon.
He did get more yards than Saquon.
That's
Saquon had
wild.
25 carries for 57 yards.
I would have never bet on that.
Never. But as you know, the 2 passing touchdowns were to Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown. He would have had 3 passing touchdowns, one to Jahan Dotson if his knee didn't hit the thing 2 yards before. But we got that tush-push touchdown for that one. And, Cooper DeJean also scored a pick 6 on Patrick Mahomes on his birthday. So give it up to Cooper DeJean on his birthday. That's going to be my next jersey bought with the Super Bowl patch. I already know it. I already feel
pushed
it.
Barkley to the side.
Cooper DeJean's getting the
You hear
love.
that, Saquon? You're losing.
I wanted to buy the Saquon jersey with the Super Bowl patch, but I feel like you got to buy someone who really played really well in the Super Bowl.
The player's got to earn it if he wants to sell merch. Is what
Well,
you're saying.
Don't dock Saquon.
Listen, stop. Yeah, don't dock Saquon. Saquon is still our number one. He was the main reason why we were there. He was the final piece that put it together. Jalen Hurts told him that on the sideline, by the way. So it's the truth of the matter. But the other truth of the matter is that Saquon got stopped up. Not entirely his fault. The entire Chiefs defense was looking for him.
Yeah.
And
if anything, this proves they can win without Saquon.
If anything,
not in that sense, but
to a certain extent.
we don't need him to run for 100 yards every single game to win a game.
Well, I mean, they just forgot about our passing attack, and I think that's what you said. But when you have a rusher that's that good, it kind of leaves them open. So I kind of disagree with your take there. If Saquon was not there, and say Kenny Gainwell was our main back, and Saquon was hurt, I think the scenario would have been a different game still, because they would have been tuned in more onto A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith.
Yes, in the back.
With that going said,
Make sure you get to talk about
we got 1 minute left of football focus. So with that being said, your Philadelphia Eagles are your champions. I don't think that without Saquon we would have been anywhere close to the Super Bowl this season. And I just want to say thank you for the entire season. Oh, yes, Anthony.
I wanted to. I read a funny comment the next day when they won that said that the Eagles are 2-0 in the Super Bowl when Carson Wentz is on the bench.
There you go. So Carson Wentz is your good luck charm. You know who was your other good luck charm is Tom Brady. Tom Brady was also there announcing the game. And we're 2-1 against Brady.
famous underdog Tom Brady.
Famous underdog Tom Brady. But what a great weekend, man. And it goes into a great week. And blow that whistle.
Which one's this one?
Steven Quadrado asks, your game guru. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we got at least one game, and I think I want to talk about this because this franchise is one of my favorites growing up-ish.
Tell me.
We got Monster Hunter, right? If you don't know what's Monster Hunter, well, by the name, you hunt monsters, but there is a more complicated to it, that your job as a hunter is to keep balance. The previous game, the predecessor of the new game, Monster Hunter World, had a simple campaign mission that you had to stop a elder dragon called Zora Magnaros. If it would make it to the resting place of every elden dragon, he would blow up the island because he was a walking volcano island.
None of those words are in the Bible.
Especially the island.
I maybe understood a third of that, Steven, but I love the spirit.
So what kind of game
the
is it?
story?
It's more like take Dark Souls, make it a little bit more simpler, easy-ish, still have some challenges to it, and
for people who have never played Dark Souls, what you would say it was like a hack and slash kind of like.
Yes, if you put it that and a bit of more RPG fantasy style.
Right.
Is it open world?
Yes.
Okay.
It's open world. Well, with the new one, Monster Hunter Wild, was announced in December 2023 for Windows, PC, PlayStation, Xbox Series S, and X. That will be released on February 28, 2025, aka this month.
No Switch?
No Switch, sadly. Well, unless you got Monster Hunter
They're all
Rise.
preparing for the Switch too. They're all giving up on the original Switch now.
But at least I want to do a little quick comparison between this Monster Hunter compared to last year's Monster Hunter Rise. That was a kind of a sorry excuse for a Monster Hunter game. It was
no good. I shouldn't buy it on my Switch.
Well, it's good. I could really say it is good, but sorry, spoke a little Spanish right there.
That's fine.
We like that. We like that around here, Steven.
But if you're more new to the franchise, play Rise. If you want a real challenge and hunt for real, play Wild World.
So are they connected? Is it just like one continuous story or no?
In a way, some yes, some no. Rise is more like what did it look like before? In a way, like hunting. Hunting was still around. And you got some armors that are similar to Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter World and Wild. Wild is a sequel to World. Between the DLC, Monster Hunter World Iceborne. So between...
Jesus, how many games are there?
I'm sorry.
Almost...
Excuse me, you threw another one in there.
That's what I was saying, kind of off thing. I thought there was already a new one that came out like 2 years ago. Is this like one of those like Assassin's Creed kind of deals where they just make a new one every 2 months?
You can put it like that. You can put it like that, but no. At least for this lineup,
Capcom
Monster
gotta
Hunter
get on
World
that
was
money.
first. Then you got the DLC that was like a mini thing, and then you got the official sequel of Monster Hunter World, that is Monster Hunter Wild, that it takes the open world aspect to a different ball game instead of having normal loading screens. At least World had loading screens, but it's only for like cutscenes and that. There wasn't really much for that. Now for this one, there is legitimate open world. Like you can leave camp base and leave out of it without loading screens or nothing. You can actually move around the new world.
So it's open world now.
Like Skyrim.
Like
fully,
any
fully
like,
open world.
like
Monster Hunter-
Skyrim, like
Yes, like
Fallout,
fully
like
open
games
world.
that have been done 15 years ago.
I think I talked about this before. I've got open
Yeah, but
world fatigue.
Fallout had loading screens, like when you're
Sometimes
entering the
there's a lot.
building and all that stuff.
Sometimes there's a lot to do with open world.
And there's always like you
Yeah.
always have to repeat the same. Like I'm playing Mad Max.
Oh
game.
my
And
goodness.
it's good, but I gotta keep repeating the same thing over and over again.
Far Cry.
Oh
it's
my
like,
God.
gosh.
Egregious.
Dude, Fallout 4, you always have to help those settlements.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that settlement needs your help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see that man coming. I right.
John,
Reverse pickpocketing a new console.
You guys choose Brotherhood every
Every single time.
Yeah, that last mission is just is too good with
yeah.
with the giant robot from Fallout 3.
Oh, yeah.
That robot was in Fallout 3?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I've only played the one. So
Oh.
No,
I didn't realize they were connected like that.
Yeah.
No, he's got some epic one-liners too. I forget what they are, but they're all very American.
Okay.
In Fallout 3,
Burger.
you can really only help the Brotherhood. That's kind of like the only ending you're kind of forced into.
But
Yeah.
they're not as cool in 3. They're a lot cooler in 4, I think, because they kind of feel like bad guys. Whereas in 3, they're kind of like, I don't know, they're the guys you have to help. They're a little
Yeah,
too good.
exactly.
They don't
That's
have
what
the
I'm
edge.
saying. is
Yeah.
You kind of get sucked into that final storyline that you have to do. But with that, that's the original time they used the robot. Like you have to do a bunch of quests to like get like feel
parts
for it
and-
and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, we kind of got off topic here from your thing, Steven.
No, you good, you good. More games, more better. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay,
That's
Game
how,
Guru.
That's how I say it every day.
Goodness.
Did you already pre-order the game, Steven?
No.
Do you pre-order games?
No,
No?
that's a bad idea in general.
It typically is a bad idea.
It is.
Is it though? Even for a franchise you like so far?
I love Monster Hunter to this day, but I never pre-order a game
I don't think it's a
because
franchise I trust like that.
if I pre-order a game, there's a slight chance that by the time I do get it early, it's gonna have glitches, it's gonna have bugs. I might fall into the world. It might be hilarious either way because
It's good content. Do you stream? It's a good content.
Yes, I do.
Exactly.
And-
Where do you stream, Steven? Plug it.
Twitch.tv SC015.
There you go. When?
Yeah.
Just whenever you feel like it, or do you have?
Right now, I'm trying to get my second monitor up and running.
Dual wielding.
The moment my second monitor is up and running, it's going to be going back to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sometimes Monday, but it's mainly Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
But this has been Steven Cordell with the Game Guru.
The Game
The
Guru.
Game Guru.
And with that, we'll be going into Drama Digest. But before
Yes,
that,
sir.
the Philadelphia Eagles are touching the sky. And here's Kanye West and Lupe Fiasco.
Yo, Lupe Fiasco.
And we're back with...
Drama Digest, and let me just start off. I have some very sad news, but go Bird, I guess you could say, because Duolingo has sadly came out recently and announced that, the owl is dead.
The Duolingo bird
That's right, guys.
is dead.
The Duolingo owl has died. This is a statement directly from Duolingo. This is with a heavy heart that we inform you. Duo, formerly known as Duolingo owl, is dead, and we're gonna finish that thought up when I let you know that you're listening on Hauk Radio, HCC at Primo Stream, no.com. Go ahead, Vince.
Who is Duolingo bird?
Well,
Who was he?
People who don't
Who
know.
was it?
if you've been living under an owl's nest this whole time, there's a very popular language learning app called Duolingo, and their little mascot, he's an owl, and he'll harass you if you miss your lessons.
That's what I was
harass
That's
you.
what I was gonna say. He had it coming.
Well, I think some
He
people might have
had it
taken him out.
coming.
This bird was a real gaslighter. I mean, one time he emailed me and said if I didn't come back for my Spanish lesson, he was going to eat poisoned bread.
What?
So I think maybe that's what happened.
Did you ever go back to your Spanish lesson? Maybe he ate the poison bread.
Not for a long time.
You killed him, Dustin.
You heard it here first.
Okay, first of all, there's no evidence of that, and I'm not going to have any slanderous things said about me on the air. If the DA wants to talk to me, the DA can talk to me, but you guys aren't going to introduce evidence of
I
anything.
can bring a certain Hank in here. He will illustrate you well.
My brother-in-law?
Oh my goodness.
But from the departure of one bird to the return of another, Hauk Girl is back. She's returned to the internet and maybe vanished again.
Man, I love the bird theme you got going on for your 2025 Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, it's called being thematically consistent. I think as a showman, that's something that we should be working on. Now, we talked about this. Well, not us, but just people in general.
Right, go ahead.
Right.
I'm not throwing shots at the
I'll talk about this consistently. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, exactly. We need to be consistent. So we talked about this last season, I think, when Hauk Girl, Haley Welch, came out and she put out a crypto called Hauk Coin.
Wasn't that our last show of the December of our fall semester?
I think it was. I think it might have been because famously she went on a stream with CoffeeZilla, a guy on YouTube who kind of likes to catch people scamming, and she said, "All right, guys, I gotta go now. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow." And she got off.
That's her. She's here.
And then she took a 2-month nap basically because she said she had to go take a nap, and she came back now. Broke her silence. She had one of her Talk to episodes, right? And she brought on this guy who I've never heard of. People had to explain to me who he was. Is FaZe Banks. And I guess he used to do trick shots in Call of Duty.
Yep.
And now he's doing crypto. I can't say he's doing crypto scams because that would be maybe not proven. But he's a crypto guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes up
around the guy.
Well, he can be whatever he.
Around the crypto guy.
Oh, around the crypto guy thing.
I guess, yeah. Around the crypto guys. Whoa, we support everyone here on the Weekly Roundup.
Exactly. This is an exclusive show
That
for now.
FaZe Banks?
Maybe not scammers though. But
Oh my God.
Maybe not.
that's why we have the quotation marks around.
It's all
crypto
quotations.
guy.
Because she has her own story of events, right? Basically what happened is the coin came out, went up to some insanely high value, and within an hour had dumped to nothing. So it was people who were in the know made a bunch of money. The people who made the conscious decision to invest their money into something called the Hauk Coin lost their money.
How much did you get, guys?
How much did you guys get?
None, because I didn't.
None.
I didn't invest
None.
it.
So first of all, I'm holding Hauk, right? I'm holding it.
Guys, she's back. It's on the rise.
Well, interestingly enough, it was on the rise because after it dumped and she disappeared, it was doing nothing. But when she came out this last week and leaked a part of that podcast episode with FaZe Banks, apparently it went back up for a little bit and then dumped again.
Oh my God!
She basically said that she was used and abused by these people who didn't know, or who did know how crypto works. She's kind of naive to the world, and they kind of, made a bit of a fool out of her, and everything like that. And
Right.
FaZe Banks goes, "Of course, you're fine, everything is fine." Well, then a lot of people are saying she leaked this podcast episode because it made it go back up the price of the Hauk Coin because FaZe Banks comes out on Twitter. I'm not saying X, on Twitter, and he says, I actually had an agreement with her that this wasn't going to go out until we got this, and that sorted out with the Hauk Coin. I didn't want to be part of any other, another scam of pumping it back up. I'm really mad at her, and I was actually only going on the show to hook up with her anyway. And now she's pulled that down, and she's disappeared from the internet again. So time will tell if Haley makes a return. We're rooting for you, Haley.
All she had to do was just continue doing the podcast, and things would have been okay.
A lot of people want an apology out of her, but I think that would make her look worse. I
That
wouldn't
would make her
apologize if I was
look
her.
worse.
I'd tell the same story that she's telling.
I think she would just move on and continue and move on. I think that's the best thing to do it. I think if she holds on to it, she's gonna get proven her career's over.
Yeah, over before it even began.
Before it even began.
And, you know, speaking of careers that are, you know, kind of up and down, sometimes I got one more segment. Kind of ties in with the song we played, too, which I didn't even know was coming. We're going to talk briefly about Kanye. Nothing as crazy as you guys are afraid of. It's not some of his worst stuff. But he's beefing with Adin Ross now.
Oh, that's not what I thought this was about.
Now, Adin Ross, a famous streamer, also famously beefing with the guy we've talked about here in Tampa. If you guys remember, who knows?
Yeah.
Was he the one who
Certain
streamed with
Lieutenant
Trump?
Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. I think he did stream with Trump.
Okay.
He did stream with
We're talking
Trump.
about somebody way more
And he
important than
licked
Lieutenant Dan.
Adin Ross's, no, he licked, what's that guy's? Andrew Tate's seat. That's how he got famous. By licking Andrew Tate's seat. That's how he got famous. He interviewed Andrew Tate and sniffed and licked his seat after the guys got up from it.
In general.
He's flabbergasted over there.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's wild.
So what is it with Kanye?
What about Kanye?
So he's beefing with the guy who licked Andrew Tate's seat.
Oh man, you know, there's a pun I want to make, but I don't know if it's clean, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
do it.
no,
We're a PG show.
Let's hear for after the show.
But anyway, I've got some leaked messages between Ye and Adin here, and I think they're pretty funny. So Ye messages Adin. He goes, "It's Ye. If I call you and you ask me some dumb SH blank, I'm hanging up. Metaphorically, I'm walking out on you like Cardi did." And Adin goes, "What up, bro? Hope all is well. Nah, no dumb S. Hit me." And so Ye responds, "I prefer to be addressed as sir and to be asked to call you. Please give me a call at your earliest convenience, sir. I appreciate your heart though, sir. But I never confirmed anything with Kai, but now he said he canceled me. What the WTF?" And so Adin responds, "Yes, sir. I refer to you as sir. May I call you in 2 minutes, sir? Of course I want to be your favorite person of Jewish descent, sir.
What is happening?
I want to be found."
Where am I?
So, where am I?
He's like begging for Kanye's affirmation.
I just found out Kai did that too from a post. Not really sure why. I've been wanting to do your stream since 2022, sir. And he says, "You saying sir 4 times was condescending. I'm blocking you. In all caps, nobody's gonna play with me. How y'all say it? Never again." And that was the end of the conversation. Ye blocked him. So, Ye still being a character.
Did you see his Yeezy website?
That's what I thought this was going to be about.
I did.
So
I did.
After his Super Bowl commercial, so everyone got directed to that lovely shirt.
Then he deleted his Twitter account.
You know.
That's because Elon unfollowed him.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Elon
Which is,
followed him.
I could not have been related to the shirt because Elon would have followed him for the shirt.
Yeah. No, wait. That's a Roman salute. That's a Roman salute.
And famously not shorthand for exactly what he did. Among
Oh,
people.
Lord.
But that's pretty much what happened this week on the internet.
Kanye made himself feel like a champion. I feel like, we kind of did a one Kanye song. I feel like we could do another one. And we're back. And don't cancel us for the 2 Kanye
You will
tracks.
never cancel classic Kanye. I don't care what anybody says or what he says.
Yeah. You can cancel Kanye.
You can try.
You can try, but you can cancel Ye. You can let Ye be canceled, but if he's got Khan in front of him, you better stay away from him. So now we got Showbiz Spotlight. We actually have enough time to do Showbiz Spotlight. Oh my goodness.
I was ready to go back to day shift now.
That's sad.
That is sad. If for y'all who are not listening, Anthony here sacrificed his day shift. He went to night shifts like me. So to make this show work, so give it up for Anthony of Showbiz Spotlight.
Yes,
For
sir.
being here and being a part of this show.
Oh, God.
And tell us what you got this week, my man.
Well, first, you can find the streaming on hawkradio.primostream.com.
Yes.
Not .com.
No.com. You throw it away. You can assault someone with it, whatever.
You can put it in a fish mask and use it to assault your friends.
There you go. I
Yes.
didn't bring the fish. That's outside of radio show conversation.
Inside jokes
sounds
around
so much
here.
funnier than it even is.
Weekly Roundup.
Anyway, tomorrow, big day. February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
I don't know what you guys are doing, but maybe you want to
Going
take
to
your
see my movie.
maybe you want to take your sweetheart and watch the new Marvel movie, Captain America: A Brave New World. Still kind of bird themed because it's Falcon instead of
There you go. And Falcon is
instead of,
Captain America.
what you call it? It's Chris Evans.
Is he making an old guy cameo?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, but
Not
I
in the
think
game.
there's already on the tangent. There's conversation he's going to be in the Secret Wars movie, the Doctor Doom movie.
Yeah.
But we don't know if it's going to be as like the Human Torch. Maybe he'll reprise that role from the Fantastic Four, or he's going to come back as Captain America in some way, shape, or form.
Tell people who Doctor Doom is too, if y'all don't know.
I don't know comic books.
Oh, Robert Downey Jr. is.
Oh yeah, that okay.
Oh, that's
Iron
so they're getting the
Man.
gang back together as different people. He's got. I hope he does play somebody else then.
Well, there was that thing
That'd
in
be really confusing otherwise.
what was it, San Diego Comic Con, where they revealed it, where all the
Yeah.
Doctor Doom
Like-
came out and he removed the mask. It's
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
So Chris Evans may come back as another supervillain or something, or
Does Chris Evans?
to combat the new Avengers like Robert Downey Jr. I don't know, but Captain America: The Brave New World is starting to build the new quote unquote Avengers they're gonna have for the future of the MCU.
Have they done a good job doing that though this time around?
No, they really haven't. I feel
Yep.
like I don't know. I mean, who would you have? I mean, you got Captain America, maybe Spider-Man.
Maybe. Isn't Spider-Man dealing with the fact that nobody remembers who he is?
Yeah.
Isn't that how the last
it's
movie
literally,
ended?
it's literally back down.
Well,
Well,
no one remembers who Peter Parker is.
Oh, okay.
Now this could be like a whole thing where he leans way into the Spider-Man thing to the point where he destroys the Peter Parker name. So we could see that where he's like full Spider-Man,
Wait a
which could
second.
also work perfectly with the whole like Venom storyline. Because if you don't know, if you've ever seen the Todd Raimi Spider-Man movies, in the third one, once he gets the symbiote, he becomes sort of a
more
not nice guy,
brutal guy.
brutal
Yeah,
guy.
I've seen the dancing. What's his
the
name?
dancing.
Maguire
the
meme.
dancing
Yeah, I've seen the
meme where
gif. He like
he's
wears his hair
all
down. That's the symbol of evil.
So, at the end of No Way Home, if you don't know, the symbiote was left at the post-credit scene. Like, Tom Hardy's Venom showed up in the MCU universe for like 2 seconds, and then he like gets sucked back into his universe. But with that, left the symbiote. So I feel like they could definitely lean into that. So I don't know if he could be a part of the Avengers. Maybe, he could be.
Yeah, but who else is left?
I know.
It's just those-
Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah, we
There
did
you
one
go.
movie and then we never heard anything from him.
Yeah.
No, don't also remember the Disney Plus shows that from Marvel. as
Oh,
well,
Miss
they count.
Marvel and
Oh,
Moon Knight.
Oh, Moon Knight. I forgot about Moon Knight. Did people like Moon Knight?
I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay, that's good.
But
I don't
didn't-
remember Moon Knight. Man, so okay, Brave New World is coming out.
The reviews aren't great.
Reviews are
That's
reading,
it.
reading one off of here, it just says it's a bleak MCU movie. I was bored and disappointed. But
and that's presumably from a Marvel fan.
I don't know. Is it just people like Chris Evans? They don't want to see anybody else as
I don't
Captain
know.
America,
I feel like a
okay.
lot of people like Anthony Mackie as an actor. I feel like he's a really good actor. He's
Yeah.
a really good comedian.
But do they like his role as Falcon? Like as the character Falcon?
I mean,
I enjoyed him as Falcon, and the
I
fact that
think he was a good
and the fact that he got
character.
the title of Captain
the
America.
cameo he had in the first Ant-Man, where like he fights Ant-Man when he's trying to steal whatever he's stealing from
machine.
Avengers Tower
Yeah.
or Avengers complex or
Campus,
campus or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the hype should have been there, but I know
Because he also had he had the Disney Plus show.
he did.
Yeah.
That I never heard anything about. Was it good?
That villain is a part of Thunderbolts, which is another Marvel movie that's coming out later this
Thunderbolts.
Yeah, you
year,
got-
which is like
Sebastian
the
Stan's in that one too, right?
yeah,
He punches-
Bucky is
Yep.
Bucky's the leader of the team. It's like a bunch of villains from all these new.
Well, anti-heroes. They're
Wait,
not called
so
villains.
it's- is this Marvel Suicide
it's
Squad?
Marvel Suicide Squad
Yeah,
guys. They got
that's-
the guy from Black Widow, Taskmaster, like so. They
Yeah, every technically.
Anyway.
Watching Captain America.
Yeah, that's the guy from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, U.S. agent. So,
Anyway, watch A Brave New World. Maybe all of that will be connected some way, shape, or
hey,
form.
you know, Harrison
All these
Ford
questions
plays
might
Red
answer.
Hulk. There
That
you
is
go.
true. Why
Harrison
did
Ford is always.
Ford?
Harrison Ford just wanted the paycheck. That's, you know, there's no other reason why Harrison Ford is.
I'll say, is Red Hawk canonically old?
Yeah. Well, Red
is
Hulk is normally a general.
General Ross, and he. Sorry to cut
No,
you
you're
off,
good.
brother.
You're good.
Wait, General
Take
Ross.
it. Take it.
Yeah, General Ross.
Wasn't he in the original?
Hulk.
He's in the original Hulk
Hulk.
movies.
The Ed
And-
Norton Hawk? Yeah.
Yes.
The one with Edward Norton?
Yes.
Yes.
He's the villain, or he's
Yeah.
like one of the villains.
That was the first MCU movie.
It was, yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of people credit to Iron Man. No, it was-
Iron Man was the first
The
good one.
only MCU guy to be played by 3 different actors.
Yep.
It said, I saw that fact somewhere.
who's number 3?
I'm not sure. It was the Ed Norton guy. There was another Ross in the midst of it all, and then now Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you know, we're not nerds here. So
Oh,
we would
yeah.
Speak for your damn self.
whoa! This is a PG show.
I didn't know what you guys were talking about for most of this segment, and I'll let that statement stand on its own.
That's me every daily rap, but I still say it.
Daily Rap is also probably making a return next week with football going away. But we'll see how the off-season news goes out. And any last statements about this segment?
Oh yeah, one last thing I wanted to mention about how the Philadelphia Eagles are the 2025 Super Bowl champions.
Yeah! There it is. I just blew out the mic again, but it was definitely worth it because your Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions of the world.
How do you feel about that, Steven?
Hey,
Fantastic. All right.
As long as it's the Kansas City Chiefs again, that's all I'm happy about.
What?
This is the start of our 3P. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. You know, we are the champions.
There it is!
No.
I was waiting for that song.
God.
Come here.
And we'll be back next week, ladies and
still on.
gentlemen. That was Weekly
I
Roundup.
thought the mics were off.